Day. I planned to film this day in the life vlog today because the weather said it was supposed to be sunny. Do we think it's gonna be too sunny to get this set up the way that I want it? Probably. The rate that the sun sets these days, I should be good to go in 2 seconds. I love how I just completely showed you basically the results of my sunroom makeover in this vlog, even though the makeover hasn't even come out yet. I just don't need to make it this big grand reveal. Still watch the makeover, please, when it comes out. I guess you haven't seen the whole room, but I am definitely just like giving away a big part of it. Let's just keep it between us. Please still go watch the makeover when that comes out in a few weeks, but I wanted to do a more casual sit down vlog today because it is one of the rare sunny days that we have in basically winter. It's still technically fall. We've definitely hit the cloudy, gloomy days here in Minnesota, and it has started to be really challenging. And one thing that always helps me is when I feel like I need to be on, like filming and staying busy. So when I vlog, I feel better because I'm basically forcing myself to. When I was younger, it was so hard to fall into seasonal situations because I still had to get up and go to school. I still had to do all these things. I still had like friends and social life and everything at school, and then being self-employed, being at home when it's gloomy and when no one is forcing me awake, I just don't wake up. What I was getting at though is vlogging has definitely held me accountable, and that is one of the reasons why I wanted to do a little vlog today. I also need to tell you about my November TBR list, but I want to wait until this lighting gets a little bit better. The biggest thing on my to-do list is actually to film this video because this is the next video that I need to go up, as well as edit 2 makeover videos. So I've got a home library that I'm in the middle of transforming, and I'm so obsessed with the space. It's everything I've dreamed of. I can't wait to share that with you soon, as well as the sunroom makeover, but I'm still waiting for a couple of furniture pieces to arrive before this room is officially complete. I don't have as much work time in November as I would like with the holidays coming up, but if I can, I would love to get another collection up on my vintage shop, some sort of Thanksgiving harvest theme. So I would love to select those items, inventory, and get going on that process. But I also have vintage clothing items that I need to get listed, hopefully today or tomorrow as well. Other than that, I also have to go attend my youngest brother's orchestra concert tonight, and it's kind of far away. So it's like 45 minutes from me during rush hour, but I gotta show up. My tires also really need air. Ever since the temperature dropped to like 30s last week, I have low tire pressure because of the temperature change. I could do it myself, but it's a lot easier when my dad just does it for me. But that is the day. I also would love to read. As you saw, I did allow myself to have some reading time. I basically made coffee, sat in this room for a little bit. I always go up to my office and get like the morning work done, which is just going through emails and anything that came in overnight and then making a to-do list for what I need to do today. I spend a lot of time in my office in the morning editing and posting, emailing, and going through the to-do list. Now it is already the afternoon, as you can probably tell from the lighting. Yeah, I'm working on Reckless. I'm trying to savor this book so much because I really do enjoy it, but I also unfortunately had so much unexpected stuff going on when reading this book that it pulled me out of it a little bit. Like, I love when I can just go in and like not come out for a couple of hours, but I haven't been able to do that, and I went like 4 or 5 days without reading, so when I picked it back up again, I wasn't as invested as I was when I was locked in. So I am sad that I wasn't able to lock in on this because it is a favorite, and this is going to be a top favorite with Heartless for the series, and there's only one book left, and I don't really hear people talk about that one being a favorite, so I don't assume it's going, I don't know. I'm sad that it's almost over, and I'm sad I wasn't able to lock in as much as I would have liked with Reckless, but it's really good. I love the plot of this one. I love Theo. Theo is just like an unrealistic angel of a man. Just the definition of a man written by a woman in a book, and I love that for me. So I would love to finish this today. I hate how slow I've been reading the last week, but Marnie! I got a butt rubber. My cat. Marnie is so guilty of rubbing her little booty on my nice rugs. I'm sure if you're a cat, it probably feels so good, but you can't be itching your booty on my rug. Yeah, but basically it's just a lot of content, editing, posting, filming, and that's the never-ending hamster wheel that I love to force myself into. I really do, because the days where life happened and I just wasn't able to work or read or do my normal routine, I was struggling. Maybe I will work on posting for my book Instagram page, which please follow my bookstagram, Booking It with Mac, until the sun moves a little bit and the lighting gets a little bit better. So BRB. You want to go outside? Should we have some outdoor time for the kitties? I de-summerized the deck, got it all ready for winter. I ended up throwing away my rug because it was just time. Everything is wrapped up and covered, and in winter, fall, winter, and spring basically, when the cats go outside, their favorite thing to do you want to show them, Marnie? Of course she's not gonna do it. Their favorite thing to do is hide underneath the couch in this little fort. Like Luna's under there right now. But it's nice because I don't have to worry about them as much when they're outside. I mean, I'm gonna be sitting right here, so I'll be looking at them, but I don't have to worry about them getting into anything because they just want to sit in their fort. I got the book post posted. I got a TikTok posted. I even had a little late lunch snack. I had chia seed pudding with granola. And while we wait for the sun, let's open the one PR box that has been sitting by my door for way too long, and then we'll get into the November books. But this is from Bamboo Earth. Ever since opening my vintage shop, I love getting packaged items packaging like this because I will reuse it. They are a very earth, eco-conscious, eco-friendly, health-conscious skincare brand, and they just sent over so many goodies for me to try. We've got a facial mist, rose water cleanser, toner, cleansing oil, a mud mask, and a cactus concentrate intense hydration moisturizer. Unreal. Thank you so much, Bamboo Earth, for all of these skincare goodies. I cannot wait to try them out and let you know my thoughts. I'll have these linked below, as well as any discount codes if they sent those over, but yeah. Super exciting. Okay, I'm fine with the lighting. Let's get into the books. I know when I'm editing it, I'm gonna be like, girl, the lighting looks great. What were you even talking about? I mentioned this on my TikTok if you follow me over there as well, because I make condensed versions of all these book videos there. But for November, I'm not going to like have a strict TBR list because unfortunately I didn't get to a lot of the books that I was hoping to read in October. So I will be reading a lot of the books that I said I wanted to read in October in November, and I just don't want to like repetitively have the same TBR list. You've seen it. Like, half of the books that I said I want to read in October, my October TBR videos, I still want to read. But if I do venture out, or if I somehow read more books than expected, I came up with a little list of books that are just simply on my radar that I would like to read. I wish I could get to all of these this month. I'm honestly so upset because we're already a whole week into November and I haven't even finished one book yet, and that breaks my heart. But after I finish Reckless, I will most likely dive into The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. I've talked about this book before. I'm a chapter into this book and I just didn't get to it before Halloween. That is not stopping me. I want to read this book so badly. I also recently watched Practical Magic for the first time. I don't know how I went my whole life without knowing that movie exists. Like, I've seen clips of it before on social media or memes or just different like spooky pictures on Pinterest, because that movie is so aesthetically beautiful for the fall time in October and just the 90s. I bring that up because the back of this book says that it's for fans of practical magic. So I know I will love this book, and I already do so much by just the first pages of it. I think I have 3 books for my October TBR that I will definitely be getting to in November because I'm just really sad I didn't get to it quite yet. The first one being The Other Side, which I've mentioned so many times, but this is from AJ Wynn, who is a friend subscriber. She sent me this book and I want to read it so badly, and I haven't been able to like dive into this book as much as I would like, but I guess the book is just getting a lot of promo because I keep saying how I want to read it. November, I will definitely be reading this book. I haven't read any Dark Academia yet for the year, and like this is the time. Like, now is the time. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies is another repeat offender from October that I want to read so badly. It just looks so cute and perfect for this time of year. And then Our Hideous Progeny is the last repeat that I wanted to read in October, but now we'll definitely read in November. Stunning cover, and I love the plot of this. I am not mentioning what these books are about because I talk about them in my October TBR. Besides those though, I do have a handful of books that I would love to get to this November. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. The plot of this just sounds like something I have just never seen done before. I've explained this in my 24-hour reading challenge video that went up in September, because that's when I purchased this book up north in Grand Marais. Evelyn Hardcastle is every single night at the same time, and every single day you wake up in a different body of one of the guests / suspects, and you have to try to solve the mystery of this. But one of my favorite little endorsements on the back says a kaleidoscopic mystery. So I am excited. I think the cover is stunning and I just want to dive into this immediately. Okay, this is a November book and movie to me, for the mere fact that I watched the movie in November last year, so now I'm like, oh, that's just a November story. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. As soon as I watched this movie, I knew I had to read the book. I was never a huge fan of The Hunger Games until I saw this movie last November and fell in love with it. And I really want to read the book, especially now that the next book is coming out, I believe, in March, and I want to be ready to read that right away. I wasn't able to read this right away last year because I hadn't read The Hunger Games like first 3 books yet, and I know you don't have to, but I have to. So I did that. And now I want to read this one. I should probably rewatch that movie soon. Speaking of movies, Carol. This was traditionally published as The Price of Salt. This is a sapphic holiday longing romance, I believe. I honestly haven't even seen the movie yet. I've only seen clips of it on a lot of queer Instagram pages that I follow. Based on a true story, a stage designer trapped in a department store day job whose routine is forever shattered by a gorgeous epiphany, the appearance of Carol. Why haven't I read this yet? I found this while thrifting this year, and because it takes place around the holidays, I felt like I need to read it around the holidays. It's just the definition of being a mood reader, but oh my god. I need to read this so badly. All Adults Here is on my radar as well. This is by Emma Straub. I've read one book by her and I really did enjoy it, so I just want to try it all. This cover and this plot, it reminds me of when grown siblings come home for Thanksgiving. Like all of those movies where everyone is home for the holidays and like everything hits the fan. I don't know exactly what it's about. I don't know. I just know it's going to be good. And then I've got 2 hardcovers. I have The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. I have been wanting to read this book for a hot minute. The plot has been so intriguing to me because it basically follows the lives of these 3 boys. I believe it's 3 brothers, and as children they met a psychic in New York that apparently could tell you when you would, and they find out their fates, and then I think you just follow them throughout the next couple of decades in their lives, and yeah, I am here for it. And the last book, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. If I could pause time to read this whole book right now, I would. I really would. Like, I think I already know I'm going to love this book, and I wish so much that I could just dive headfirst into this world. I will get to it as soon as I can, and hopefully that will be in November, because I want to know why everybody loves this book, and I want to know why everybody says that I specifically need to read it. But those are all of the books on my November reading radar for the month. I really hope I get to a lot of these. I am just pretty frustrated that I haven't had as much reading time as I had the last couple of months. Life is always changing, and change is very, very hard for someone like me. I don't do well with it. But yeah, these are the books that I would love to read. So definitely let me know if you've read any of these books and which ones you would recommend I start with and which ones you think I should just pass. That would save me time too. If someone said this book isn't worth it, don't waste your time. I'm here for that constructive feedback as well. Yeah, all of these books will be down below, as well as all of my Bookstagram, Book Talk, Goodreads, Amazon storefront, all of that. It's already 2:30. I need to leave for my brother's orchestra concert in 2 hours or so, so it's time to like get some more work done. I think I'm going to select some antique items in the antique showroom downstairs to launch hopefully this month on my vintage shop. I also really need to film some clips for my home library makeover, and then I'm supposed to get 2 Amazon deliveries today for this room, and if that can arrive before it gets dark out, that would be amazing, because then I can film those clips when the lighting is good. Let's head downstairs and you can help me pick out some vintage items for the shop. I'm thinking of doing a harvest season, Thanksgiving, grateful little collection drop. I've got a box. I usually bring a box down with me. And if you're new, one of the bedrooms in my basement I've turned into my antique showroom, where I keep all of the inventory that I have yet to list on my vintage shop. And luckily, it's become quite empty throughout the last couple of months, which is a good sign because it means I'm getting through things. The rug that used to be here I took out the table for the sunroom. The emptier this room becomes, the better, because it means that I'm listing things and I'm selling things. There's been a couple of items that I have held on to for November's launch because they just felt so like festive. I've got this long butter tray. It's fall colors, it's festive, it's for November, it's Thanksgiving. Basically, I want this whole collection to mostly be like kitchen stuff because it's harvest, it's cooking, it's Thanksgiving. Like these would be good. I think these old spice jars would be a good item to have. This jar, I don't know, maybe some of these. Oh, these salt and pepper shakers for sure. I'm gonna grab these right now, actually. Put them in the box. This gravy boat, that is perfect. Oh yeah, these amber blown jars. That feels like a November launch piece. This is basically my routine, is I'll grab the items, I'll bring them upstairs, I'll take the pictures of the inventory, and then once the pictures of the inventory are taken upstairs, they go even more upstairs to my office, and then that's when I launch them, get the listings up because I have to weigh them and measure them and all of that. My We Were Girls Together collection just went up. I haven't even posted the clothing items yet for that. I got the content taken, I just need to get the listings up. So those aren't even up yet, and I'm working on the next launch, and it really is that like never-ending cycle. But I gotta stay in it. I might do this. This is just a little vintage frame that says sisters are special, and I would love to get that out of my face for no reason at all. Oh, I've been waiting for this for harvest season. I need to clean it still. This little bake dish with wheat in the center, that's perfect. I was gonna do a back to school launch and I just completely missed it, and now it's way too late in the season, but I was gonna launch these 2 items. Like this is going up for Valentine's Day. What's this? That's Christmas. This is all Christmas stuff. That's a January snow globe. Did you find something back there? Maybe I should do this frame. I only have a couple frames left that I haven't listed. Yeah, you're right. That definitely feels like a November frame to launch. Thanks, Marnie. Okay, we'll grab that. I don't want to overwhelm myself too much. I think this jar would be good. So what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll probably sell those together. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 items are good. I don't want it to be too big. This I wanted to get up for back to school season too, and I just completely missed it. Should I post these yet? I don't know. She loves being in this room because she's never allowed in here. So whenever I'm in here, she gets excited. For now, I think this is good. I'll bring all of this upstairs and I can mark that off my to-do list. Oh, careful. I can mark that off my to-do list. Oh, careful. It's been an hour and a half only and the sun is setting. It is 4 p.m. It's 4:01 and the sun is setting. I'm losing my mind. Winter's not gonna be fun. I ended up filming a couple of TikTok drafts to post. I did my 10 before the end, which is like 10 books that you want to read before the end of the year. And I filmed an updated list of my streams of revenue. I also filmed a YouTube version of that as well, but that won't be up for a couple of weeks. I really try to stock up on content as best as I can so that I am as consistent as I can be. When I was filming though, I did get one of my Amazon deliveries. Not the one that I'm waiting on to film because it's furniture to build, but when I bought the furniture that I need for the sunroom makeover video, I couldn't resist, and I also bought a book. I saw it at one of my local independent bookstores, but it was so expensive. I looked on Amazon and they had a copy for a lot cheaper. So, remember when I was just talking in the last video that I posted about going on a book ban? Well, I already placed this order when I said that. Now I'm going on a book buying ban, but hear me out. This is my hear me out book purchase for not going, oh no! Okay, not to be picky, but the reason that this book looked so good in the store I was in, it was at Majors and Quinn, was because of the cover. I was obsessed with the cover, and the cover on Amazon was the cover in the bookstore. This is not the same cover, and I don't like this cover. I used to not be a reader like this, but I just, it really bummed me out. Yeah, Ripe, it looked so good, but I don't even want to show you this cover. This isn't the cover that I wanted. The other cover, like, either Google it or you'll probably see it because I'm going to exchange this for the other cover. I'll probably just return it and get the other cover somewhere else. I really, really liked that cover. Dang it. I'm about to leave for my brother's orchestra concert and she tucked herself in. She tucked herself in. I love when she tucks herself in like that. She's so cute. Hi, my little void with green eyes. You taking a nap? Oh, you are so cute. Do you like that little bed? Yeah. You can thank TikTok Shop for that. She is so tucked in. It's adorable. My other cat, that one begging 2 hours early for food, even though her breakfast is still there. She doesn't like blankets on top of her. She will never be under any sort of cover. Yeah, you. This one loves a good fort. You love being under the covers. Okay, I gotta go, but I'm glad you're taking such a nice nap. Okay, let's see this thing. I can't believe they got you an organ. Smart. Jesus.
How loud do you want? Loud?
Not loud, your poor neighbors. light dimmer switch in my bathroom. As you saw, I went to my little brother's orchestra concert tonight. So my brother plays cello and organ, as you saw. My parents, not to go off topic, but my parents recently got him a freaking organ for the house. So I played a organ for the first time tonight, and that was really cool. He's so good. He has like perfect pitch, but also like if he hears a song just once, he like knows how to play it. He has that talent. Definitely has my mom's mom in his genes. But yeah, he plays cello. So we went to his concert. My favorite song that they did was the waltz from Sleeping Beauty. It was very, very great. I did arrive a couple minutes late, so I had to sneak and sit in the upper back of the auditorium, which is fine. I honestly feel better like tucked away like that, but I did feel kind of bad. My family was like down front and I snuck in, but it's fine. It worked out fine. And then I just went over to my parents' place after for dinner. I haven't been to my parents' place since, well, I was there for like a hot minute when we got back from our trip up north, and that was like the first week of September, and it's November, so I haven't been over there in like 2 months, and I haven't been over there for dinner since maybe my birthday in June. I think a really big misconception, I feel like I've had this conversation a lot with like friends that are either from Minnesota or have their parents living here, and basically all of my friends move away. It's fine. I was pretty primed for that growing up. The school that I went to, it was seen as like almost abnormal to stay in Minnesota. Like it was highly encouraged to go out of state, and so all of my high school friends live out of state. And since then, I just feel like everybody has left Minnesota, and one of the biggest things that I hear my friends talking about is how they can't move to Minnesota because they cannot stand to see their family all the time. It could just be a case-to-case situation with family dynamics, but I really don't see my family ever. The most that I saw my family was this spring when everything happened and we all had to like be together for a lot of sad events, and we had a lot of family in town to help my parents through that. But besides that, and I think we made a slight more effort this summer because of all the grieving and just going through the loss of a child. Besides that, like I really see my parents a couple times a year, and that's what I like try to tell my friends, where I was like, okay, my parents live here and I see them for the holidays maybe, but now with a partner I also don't. Like I see them for Christmas and my birthday's in June, and maybe something will come up like an orchestra concert that I'll come see, but it's not like they're waltzing into my kitchen or interrupting my routine every day. It would be nice to see them, but we have our own lives and our own schedules. And honestly, I don't know if I'd be able to see my family more than a couple times a year. Gosh, I was there for like an hour in the house. I was there a couple hours with the concert, and we got right into politics. I think I accidentally brought it up though, because I asked if my 19-year-old brother voted for the first time, which he did. And I was saying how voting is fun. I think it's so fun. Canceling out your family's vote though is not fun when it's only 1 out of like 4 votes. Yeah, so they beat me there. Between that and just like, oh, I don't know, it's such a cliche, like everything that they could have said, mostly it was just one person. But you know how it is, it's like in every single rom-com or well-written script where they go home and the mom says something a little backhanded and politics get brought up and they ask questions you don't want to hear. It's also like a generational thing. Like I showed them my new tattoos and they were like, oh, there just wasn't anything good said. I told my mom that I want abs because I go to Pilates. I don't know, we were talking about how Ashton just like has muscles all the time and never even works out because he used to be a gymnast, and I was saying how I go to Pilates all the time because I want abs, and getting abs is so hard, and my mom was like, you'll never get abs. Thank you mother, thank you mom. I don't know, you know how the dynamic goes. What am I doing? I need to take out my contacts first. This is why I usually don't talk in this clip when I'm getting ready for bed, because I get distracted and then I don't do my routine. I've been trying to do a workout on it's like a Peloton, but it's the Yes Soul brand. I worked with them last spring, but it's basically a Peloton dupe, and I am trying to cycle either 30 minutes to an hour every single day. I also have not made a video on this in like 2 years, so I doubt anyone remembers, but I have PCOS, and lately my cycle is just not how I want it to be, and I know that I have better control over my cycle and my hormones if I work out more. And like the months that like the first month I went to Pilates, the most normal cycle of my life. When I started doing yoga every single day in 2019, I got my period after 28 days, and that never happens. The worst in between period, it was like 60 something days in between my cycles. Lately, it's like 35 to 40 days in between. And the reason I'm opening up so much is because right now, that length is paired directly with a vacation coming up, and that's just not gonna fly. So I know trying to balance my hormones will help regulate my period. It's so hard though as a PCOS girly, but exercise is like the big thing. I started taking folic acid again and just eating better and remembering to take my vitamins. I also started taking my vitamin D supplements again now that we are heading into winter. I'm trying to get better cycles of sleep and not sleep too much. I'm drinking more water. I will do whatever it takes to get this period to arrive early so that it doesn't arrive on this trip, because I'm just not a fun person to be around that week, and I'm aware of it now. But I know that exercise is like the biggest thing that can help regulate my period with PCOS. So I'm trying to use my Peloton machine every single day, because that's like a new cardio workout that my body's not used to, so it should hopefully make my period more regular. So I was in the wellness room working out today, and then I just did light yoga and stretched. Oh, I also drained my legs. That's like my new favorite hack. Not quite new, I've known of it for a while, but absolutely be draining your legs. You can research why. I just don't want to like rant too much about it. It's my favorite part of any post-workout because I get phone time when I'm on the floor draining my legs. I've been meaning to make pumpkin muffins because I need something for breakfast. I bought both the gluten-free mix and like the normal Trader Joe's pumpkin mix, pumpkin bread, pumpkin muffin mix. I started with the gluten-free mix like last weekend, and I think they're better. But I bought them a while ago, and it's November, so I doubt that Trader Joe's even has their fall stuff out anymore. I wish I could buy more of the gluten-free one because I honestly like the taste and texture of that more, and I'm low-key gluten-free. Like, I really do try to avoid gluten, but of course I'm going to like have a slice of pizza when I want a slice of pizza. My body is just better and I feel more like myself when I don't eat gluten. But on the opposite end of that, I am not as strictly vegan anymore, mostly because of my health. I mean, I am. The only thing that I'm really saying I'm not anymore is like, if I'm baking, I have to use an egg, and it freaks me out, and I don't really like it, but I ignore it. And then there's been a couple of other times where I just tried stuff that I used to avoid. It might make my mental health better, it might make my body better. Your late 20s is just a strange time. My body's not how it was in my early 20s. I baked some muffins quick tonight so that I could have some breakfast for the next couple of days. And then I put away the new skincare that I opened today. I always have to do like a big tidy up clean in the evenings because I can't go to bed with a dirty house. So I cleaned the house. I love waking up to a clean house. I need to, otherwise the day just feels not productive. So that was my night. I hope you're in focus because I took up my contacts and I can't see. Fun fact, if you know prescriptions, my outdated blurry prescription that I need to get updated is negative 4.25. I have a hunch that I am now negative 4.5 or negative 4.75. It's so bad. Legally, I am blind. according to Google. The whole house smells like pumpkin bread too right now, so really great vibes. I'm hoping to finish Reckless tonight. I only have a little bit left, and I really wish I could have read this all in one sitting, because that's when I like give a book a 5-star rating, because I read it in one sitting and I'm like, oh my god, I was in this world, I love it so much. I kept getting taken out of this. It's like if you tried to watch a movie, but every 15 minutes you had to pause it, get up for 3 days, and then go back and watch another 15 minutes, you would have a really hard time enjoying the movie. And that's how I feel about this, even though it is my favorite plot, and I love Winter and Theo so much. I love the trope in this. I don't even know if it's a trope. I just love the plot of this one so much. I might have to reread it eventually to really soak it up, but I'm gonna finish this. And then I actually have my first therapy session with my old therapist again in the morning. Such a quick turnaround. I had a glass of wine last night and got into my feels, and I was journaling, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna text her. Sounds like I'm talking about an ex. I opened our text thread. It's been almost 2 full years since my last text to her. And I just said, hey. By like 11 a.m. this morning, she was like, do you want to meet tomorrow? Yes, I would love that. I saw a really funny video on TikTok today too about like POV, you're a therapist after the election. It was really funny. I'm sure you've seen it if we're on the same side of both of those things. Even though my needs for therapy right now, yes, this week impacted it, but I've been pushing it off for way too long, and I finally feel like I need to just be proactive and get on it before winter hits, because last year it was so dark and I just got way too into it to ask for help. I think I just hit a point where I was like, this would really benefit me. I need to talk to somebody outside of a situation I'm in to get some third-person perspective and professional advice on what to do. So I hit her up. She probably thinks this week it's because of this week, and I am super curious if she had like a huge like influx of old and new clients coming to her because of the election. It just happened to be the day of. I promise it wasn't on purpose, but maybe it's part of it. Maybe it's part of this moon that we're in. I bring that up because I need to catch up on journaling, and I think I'm going to try to journal like an outline of what I want to talk about or why I reached out to her again. I just find this helpful. I've gone through so many phases with this therapist. I've been with her since I was 16. So she knows me super well, and it's so great because I never have to explain anything. She's been with me through so many phases of my life. But right now I feel like I could benefit from going back like maybe every other week. But whenever I do take really long breaks and I come back, I find it really helpful to give her like an outline or a list of things that I want to focus on or why I decided to reach out. And I have them in my mind, but I just want to like write it out and see how I can phrase everything so I can give her some concrete things tomorrow, because I do have like 3 big bullet notes of areas of focus or like things that happened that I need to be sure to tell her, because those 3 things really impacted this decision. So I'm going to journal about that and then finish the rest of Reckless. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you liked this style, because I kind of took the November TBR and turned it into a day in the life vlog. I really want to post a lot more content in November and maybe do some sort of vlogmas situation, 12 days of some sort of video. I'm in the prep work there. I'm just out of a lot of work than normal for the month in terms of the job that I do, so trying to be extra creative and post more content. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night and edit this in the morning and get it up so soon. Usually I film a lot of stuff ahead and then things don't come out for weeks, but this is the fastest turnaround that I've had in a while, and I like it. It's good. It's a good habit to get into. I'm sure if you're still watching, you're subscribed, but please subscribe if you are not, and follow my Instagrams and TikTok, and I'll see you on the internet soon. Bye!